Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about the connection between semen retention and depression. This is a big one for a lot of us. So you guys know when you're releasing every day, when you're ejaculating, you're screwing up your dopamine receptors. So now the only joy you get throughout your day is when you ejaculate. That's the activity that gives you the most dopamine. And so now when you go for a walk, when you go exercise, when you go read, and when you do the things that you're supposed to do, that are supposed to be giving you the joy and the pleasure, but now they're not, then now it's no wonder why you don't have any desire to do these things and you feel depressed, because you're not getting any dopamine release from these things anymore. And so depression, right, especially when you're an addict, a porn addict, can really make you feel depressed almost 80 to 90% of the time during the day. And so when you decide to go on the semen retention or NoFap or whatever, now you kind of start to flip that. So instead of, let's say you go a week without ejaculating. Now instead of feeling like shit 80 to 90% of the time, maybe now it's only 60 to 70%. Okay, let's say a month goes by. So it was 60 to 70% during the first week, but now a month goes by. Now let's assume that that number goes down to 40%. So now you're only feeling depressed 40% of the time. 90 days goes by and you're only feeling depressed like 10 to 20% of the time, right? And so the thing is that a lot of us, we get this kind of false promise that NoFap's gonna just make us happy all the time. It's not. I still get, periods throughout the day, not every day, but I get periods throughout, some days of the week where I just, I feel down, I feel, less energy, I don't have as much energy, I get these pessimistic thoughts and I just overthink. And we just have to realize that that's just a part of life. And no matter how healthy we are, no matter how, how many good things we're doing, it's just part of life, right? So, but here's the thing. I'd rather be depressed 10 to 20% of the time than 80 to 90% of the time, right? So it's no wonder why, depression is becoming such an epidemic all around the world, not just in America, right? And so scientifically, when you go on NoFap, all you're doing is repairing your dopamine. So now you get joy and pleasure doing the things that didn't give you joy and pleasure before, like walking, reading, meditating, right? These things, they give you joy now. And so that's really why I think it's so important for us to do this, because honestly, without NoFap, you can't really do much else, right? And so on a scientific level, what you're doing is you're just repairing your dopamine, and as each day, as each week, as each month goes by, your dopamine starts to continue to repair. It continues to repair. And maybe after 90 days, now your brain's kind of back to normal, and you get extreme amounts of joy just doing basic shit, simple shit, right? That most people find boring, right? So that's on a scientific level. On a spiritual level, a lot of you guys may not be ready for this, but I don't care. Some of you guys may be Christian, whatever, but I believe there's 7 energy chakras, right? And so when you're ejaculating, you're stuck in your root chakra. And your root chakra, right, it's concerned with survival basics. Food, money, sex, right? This type of shit. So when you're constantly releasing, there's an imbalance in your root chakra. The energy is stuck there because you're ejaculating, so it can't move up. It cannot move up through the energy centers, right? And so no wonder why you see so many people addicted to porn that are also addicted to junk food and addicted to, you know, overthinking and worrying about money, right? It puts you in a scarcity mindset about your survival. So let's compare that now with the power chakra, the solar plexus. So the solar plexus, what does that represent? That represents power, your place in the world, wisdom, right? These things. So now, let's say, 2-3 weeks in, now you're in your power chakra, your solar plexus. Now all of a sudden, now you're just concerned with doing things that are aligned with your mission, right? And if you guys haven't found your mission, I guarantee if you just go on NoFap, you're kind of gonna start to figure things out, right? Because now you're clear in the head, right? Your mental clarity comes back and you can think deep about your life, right? But anyways, back to my point. So now you're in your solar plexus. So now you're not really too concerned about eating all the time. You're not too concerned about having sex, and you're not really worried about money. All you're really focused on is your mission, right? And so that's kind of really like how NoFap increases your vibration spiritually and kind of on a mental level as well, on the psychological, neurological level, right? So I just wanted to shine some light on that, right? We're gonna feel depressed no matter what, right? Because, even in, we're in the dark age, kind of in the dark, still in the dark ages right now. Not literally, but we're in dark times, right? The Kali Yuga. So, the vibration of the planet is still kind of low, and you still kind of will pick up on that collective unconscious, right? But at the same time, you can significantly increase your levels of joy if you just decide to do the right thing. And the first step, like I said in my other video, semen retention, right? You'll kill the depression, the anxiety, the fear. It'll still be there, but it won't be so overwhelming, right? So yeah, that's kind of the main point of this video. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them down below. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.